Hello my YouTube beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a peachy, colorful, wearable makeup look. I know that's a really long name, but I didn't know what else to call this video. And it actually turns out that I used a lot of peach scented products today, so I guess the theme is just peachy, but also with a pop of color on the lower lash line. This is something that you can wear during the day. I feel like a lot of colorful makeup looks are more geared towards wearing them at night instead of during the day. I feel like you could definitely rock this during the day and have no issues. The top of the eyes are very neutral, and then the bottom, it just adds that pop of color. If you are interested in seeing how I achieved this look, then just keep on watching. So first we're going to start off with the face. I'm going to go in with the Model's Own face base. This is the mattifying one. This makes your skin feel super smooth. It does have that dimethicone feeling to it, so I wouldn't recommend using this every single day. It might clog your pores, but I do like to use it in the summertime because it does control my oil a little bit more than some of my other primers. And then I'm going to go in with the Becca Backlight priming filter. That's what it's called. This gives your skin a very pretty dewy glow. It's kind of just like highlighter for your skin. It actually smells kind of good. So I just put this on the outer parts of my face where I did not put the other primer that I used first. Now that I have a nice glow on my skin, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. This is one of my favorites, especially in the summertime. This also has a pump, which gets an A in my book because I really like foundations with pumps. And I'm going to go in with that using the new Blue Sapphire Beauty Blender. I'm very excited. I haven't even used it yet. Brand stinking new. Look how clean it is. So I am still using this foundation, but I wanted it in a little bit of a lighter shade. So I am taking the little sample that they gave me at Sephora because I didn't want to buy the lighter shade yet. I wanted to test it out and see if the shade matches me well, which it looks like it does. I love the way this foundation makes my skin look. It looks super, super smooth and very soft. It almost has this blurring effect, which I really like. I feel like it blends really easy. It blends very quickly. It smells like peaches, so you pretty much can't go wrong with this foundation. If you have oily skin and you have not tried this, I would recommend trying it, getting a sample at Sephora, because this is one of my all-time favorite foundations. But for me, because they don't have a whole lot of shades, the color's a little off and it makes me look like my skin is just a little more gray than I want. Even without setting it with a powder, it's already kind of setting down to a powder like finish. Uh-oh, I got foundation on my hair. I really like sitting down and talking with you guys more than I enjoy doing voiceover videos. So leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite is, because I am happy to start doing some voiceover videos, like more of them, if you guys like it. Because I feel like with voiceover videos, it's not nearly as personable as when you are doing a video when you're actually sitting down and talking to your subscribers. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Rainforrest of the Sea concealer because this is a little bit more lightweight and it gives more of a natural finish. The formula is super watery. Some people like that, some people don't. Sometimes it's nice to go in with a little bit of a lighter concealer. Whoa, Beauty Blender. When you go in with the tip of this Beauty Blender, it really drags the product and makes it super full coverage. When I set it down, it won't be nearly as dewy as it is right now. And I'm going to use the Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder to set my entire face. This is one of my favorite powders. Number one, because it has the stopper on top of the sifter, which makes it much better for traveling purposes and just not having the powder get everywhere. And the powder itself, it's so finely milled that it makes your skin look so smooth. I love the way that this powder makes my skin look. Oh, and when you breathe it in, you taste the peach. And I make sure to set my entire face because, oh, I breathed in at the same time that I was applying that powder. I do set my entire face because I do have oily skin. Now that my entire face is set, I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is the light bronzer shade. I really need to get the medium shade because I hear that that's like way better than this one. It's just never in stock because apparently lots of people like it. If you're new to bronzing, then you just draw a line from your ear to the side of your mouth, and that should give you a pretty good line with where to apply your bronzer. Oh, I did get a new tattoo, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed in my last couple of videos, but I actually got it in Ireland. Making me look super bronzy. Okay, for blush, I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics Nude Blush 10 color blush palette. I have not used this on my channel before, I don't think, but I really enjoy this palette because it has a lot of nude and peachy blushes. I mean, they just have everything. They have really, really light shade all the way to like kind of a darker bronzy shade. So I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to use this blush right here. It has some gold sparkles in there, but it's got the peachy tone that I want to go with this look. BH Cosmetics is so underrated. No one really talks about it here on YouTube, but it is a great drugstore brand, kind of in the middle between like an Ulta and Sephora price range, but I really, really like BH Cosmetics. There are a few things that I did not like in the past, like their foundation. I really wasn't a fan of that. I really like their blushes and I really like their eyeshadows. For highlight, I'm going to be going in with this Wet n Wild Megaglow highlighting powder. This is in the shade Precious Petals. I'm going to take this and put it on the tops of my cheeks. This is going to give you a really pretty, like, natural sheen. If you are close to my skin tone, it's pretty much my skin tone. So it just gives a very pretty glow. I'm going to put it down the center of my nose and on the tip. And also on the cuvito. To prime my eyes, I'm going to take this Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. It is my favorite eyeshadow primer. Put this on my lid. Not too much though, because a little does go a long way. I'm going to take the same powder that I used to set my face and set that primer. Now I'm going to zoom you in a little bit closer so we can actually see what's going on with the eyes. I don't know if you guys can tell, but every time I wear this foundation, it seems like the longer it sits on my skin, the more it sinks in and melts into my skin and no longer looks super like a full coverage foundation. It just looks like my skin. So now that the eyebrows are done, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette again. I want to try this out because I feel like I just didn't give it a fair shot in my first video of my first impressions reviewing this foundation. Sometimes first impressions just don't work out the way that you think, and you need some time to play around with the product before you really give your full opinion. But from some of your guys' comments, you really said that you enjoyed this palette, so I'm going to be giving it another chance. And I'm going to be taking just a random fluffy brush, and I'm going to start out with this Berry Ice shade. It's a very light pink shade. I'm going to be putting this into my crease. I'm not being super specific on where I'm putting this. I'm just kind of fluffing it all over the crease. Now in this tutorial, we are focusing on making our crease very peachy. So I'm going to be taking this shade called Coral Punch in the palette right here. Starting to put some of that into the crease, the same area that we put that first shade. I feel like I'm really starting to get to that peachy color that I was hoping for. That's all I'm going to be doing for the crease. I'm going to be taking this BH Cosmetics Foil Eye 28 color eyeshadow palette. It looks like this. And I'm going to take this shade right here on my finger. It's this one in the palette. And I'm going to be putting that all over my lid. It's not as pigmented as I want, so I'm going to be going in with this darker gold shade right here. Trying that. Uh-oh, one fell out. Ah! And I just put that shade all over my lid. I'm not going to be deepening the crease at all, which is very different for me. Normally that's what I go for in an eyeshadow look, but I'm not doing it here. So then I'm going to be taking this dark purple shade. It's this one in the palette. It almost comes off as blue, and I'm going to be smudging that under my lower lash line. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such a pretty look. I'm just taking like a smudger brush to apply this. And I'm taking it all the way to the inner part of my eye, but not into the tear duct area. Like you guys can see my brow this whole video. And I'm just building up that intensity. So the cool thing about this look that I'm doing is you can wear it during the daytime and have it still be like acceptable to wear throughout the day. I feel like a lot of colorful looks are only, like you can only pull off certain colorful looks when it's at nighttime. And this one, I feel like it's just enough color, but still kind of neutral to be able to pull it off during the day. Just going back and blending that a little bit. I'm going to take a flat definer brush right here and go in with this dark blue right there, just one below the one we were using, and put that in the outer part of the lower lash line. Just to like deepen it a little back there. Next, I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs Highliner. I don't know what color this is. It's the turquoise one. And I'm going to put it on my lower lash line. This color on the waterline is really going to make your eyes pop. The last thing that I'm going to do is add a little bit of lip color. This is the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Echo Park. It is a very pretty, like dark mauve shade. And this is a great formula because it's like a comfortable hydrating liquid lipstick. It is going to transfer. So even if it does transfer, there's still a lot of product on your lips, so you don't have to worry about reapplying it. This is a very, very great affordable liquid lipstick formula. So this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on my future videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!